Hi folks, welcome to Setting SMART Goals. My name is Liz and today we're going to be talking all about SMART goals for both long and short-term goal setting. So in this workshop, we're going to really be covering what SMART stands for, what long and short-term goals might look like for a student here at LaSalle, and the important reasons why goal setting should be a part of your routine. So before we get started, my name is Liz and I'm a student success coach here at LaSalle. And my role as a student success coach is to be a support system for you as a student. So if you're facing challenges with balancing commitments, you have questions about time management or goal setting, I am here to support you along the way. So today we're going to dive into SMART goals, and hopefully you'll leave this workshop with some ideas about how to set some goals, not only for the upcoming semester, but also for your time here at LaSalle. So first we're going to start off by talking about why goal setting is important. So sometimes it can seem like, oh, I have this goal, I want to get to graduation, but it's so far in the future, it's not worth writing down, or it's not worth thinking about. Well, goal setting is super important because it can help you with focus, motivation, and with measuring your progress towards the end result that you're hoping to achieve. So, goal setting is important because it helps you maintain focus on something concrete. So, if we use the goal of graduating from LaSalle as an example, having that goal in your mind written down somewhere can really help you focus your energy towards achieving and towards something that you can put into words, something that you can share with other people. It also helps you stay motivated towards getting to that finish line, towards reaching that light at the end of the tunnel. So setting a solid goal can really keep that motivation up, especially during tough challenges when we're trying to balance our busy lives, make our way through assignments, and get everything that we have on our plates completed and done. You can really stay motivated by focusing on your goal. And last but not least, goals allow you to measure your progress in specific areas like school. So whether your, long-term goal is to graduate in a specific program, you may also have some short-term goals that are in the moment, goals for the week, for the specific semester, for a certain class that you're in. So those goals are all going to be adding up and helping you measure your progress towards your final more long-term goal, which is graduating. So remember, goal setting is super important because it helps you maintain focus, motivation, and it helps you see your progress. You can really utilize goal setting in order to keep yourself moving forward, keep that momentum going, and to be able to really stay excited about the opportunities that are going to come when you reach those long-term goals. So before we dive into what SMART stands for, we're going to talk a little bit about short-term versus long-term goals. So you may have heard of short-term versus long-term goals in the past, but hopefully this will help you define them a little bit further. And we can use the idea of reaching graduation again as an example here. So a long-term goal is a larger goal that can be achieved over time. And these are goals that you might have for the future, including your goal to reach graduation and walk across that graduation stage and get your diploma. So we have this larger long-term goal, but that long-term goal is going to be made up of smaller goals that can be achieved in the near future, which are our short-term goals. So short-term goals are those steps that we can use towards achieving our long-term goal. Short-term goals might include things like, I want to maintain a B average this semester. I want to apply for this internship that I'm really excited about, that'll help me reach my career goals, but it'll also help me reach graduation. I want to set up meetings with my support system at LaSalle so that I can know that I'm on track, that I am utilizing all of the resources that I have at the university. So these short-term goals all add up to reaching our long-term goal. So keep that in mind as you're planning and creating goals for each semester. You can always write down those long-term goals, those things that are really going to be the light at the end of the tunnel when you reach the finish line. But remember that longer race is going to be made up of some smaller sprints. So Utilize those short-term goals to think about how you can reach the plans that you have for yourself in the near future, whether it's in the day, in the week, in the semester, or even in the academic year. Next up, we're going to talk about what SMART stands for. So you may have heard of SMART goals before, but it's important to break down what each letter in the word SMART actually means for your goals. So S stands for specific. So what do you want to do? Rather than making a vague goal, I want to get better grades this semester, think about what you really want to achieve. Make your goal super specific so that you can really express what you want to achieve, whether you're sharing it with an instructor or family member. Being specific helps you really keep your eye on the prize. M stands for measurable. So how are you going to know when your goal has been achieved? Is it going to be when you reach a certain GPA? Is it going to be when you've completed a certain number of hours towards a specific goal? How are you going to measure your progress? A stands for attainable. Is your goal realistic? Is it within reach? We want to reach for the stars, but also remember that making goals that are realistic is super helpful to keep that motivation up. You can really check things off your list and complete those goals when you know that you have the tools to attain them. R stands for relevant. Is this goal going to help you move forward in school or in life? Thinking about goals that are relevant to what you want to achieve in your life, in your time at LaSalle is super helpful. And different goals are going to be important for different people. For some people, they may have goals that are relevant to them, but they have nothing to do with what your goals might be or what you want to achieve in school or what you want to achieve in your life. So remember to keep goals relevant to you and your big dreams. And last, T stands for timely. Do you want to achieve this goal in the next week, in the semester? Do you want to achieve this goal in the next 5 years? Think about what that timeline might look like, rather than setting a goal that is vague and can be something that could span a long time. I want to get my degree. I want to walk across the graduation stage. Maybe you set a goal for yourself. I want to stay on track and graduate within 5 years. I want to apply for internships in my junior year and complete one internship in one semester, my spring semester. So creating goals that are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely will help you create goals that are super focused and will help you maintain that motivation and be able to see that progress. So now we're going to look at a couple of examples of SMART goals. So the first example here, we're going to start with an example that is more vague, a goal that many of us have probably written and have thought about, and then we're going to turn it into a little bit of a smarter goal. So our first example is, I want to get better grades this semester. It's a great goal, but are there ways that we can make it more specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, or timely? So our SMART example is, I want to achieve a B in each course and will meet with my support system at LaSalle each month to discuss my progress. Perfect. In this, we got something that's a lot more specific. We want to achieve a B in each course, and we also decided that we're going to dedicate some time each month to meeting with our support system to discuss our progress and talk about those kind of measurable variables. So that support system could include your accountability buddies, peers in your class, meeting with a success coach, meeting with your academic advisor. So keep in mind that, again, because we made this specific, we're really thinking about that kind of longer term semester goal of, by the end of the semester, I want to have a B. But each month, my short term goal is going to be to discuss my progress with somebody who's a part of my support system. Our next example is, I want to get my assignments completed ahead of time, not at the last minute. And we've all been there. The night before something is due, the hour before something is due, and we're scrambling to get it done. So we want to complete our assignments ahead of time. So here is an example of a SMART goal. I will complete all of my assignments at least one day before they're due to avoid rushing. I'll spend 30 minutes every Sunday night determining the projects that need attention during the week ahead. Perfect. We've created a SMART goal. From the vague, I want to get my assignments done before they're due so that I don't have to rush. We've created a plan, a goal that is SMART. So in this example, we're showing that we're going to get things done one day ahead of time. So we have that kind of timing element. And we've also set some kind of measurable, specific goals here. We're going to spend 30 minutes every Sunday thinking about what needs to be prioritized for the week ahead. So again, we're kind of looking at how some shorter term goals pay off into a longer goal. So this also ties into another workshop that I'm offering this winter, all about time management. Taking that time to review your schedule for the week ahead is super important and a huge part of managing your time well, because we all have so much to balance during the semester. So if you're thinking about different ways to manage your time, this ties in perfectly to our SMART goals, definitely check out my workshop, Time Management Glow Up. Again, another example of taking something pretty vague and making it into a SMART goal that keeps us focused, motivated, and is something that we can use to measure progress. So before we wrap up our workshop today, it's your turn to make a couple of goals. So I'm going to encourage you to pause this presentation just for a minute and take a look at these kind of steps to creating a SMART goal. So first, we're going to choose a topic. So you can choose something school related if you want to focus on school. That's what I would recommend doing for this exercise. But remember that you can make goals on a bunch of different things in your life. Your goals don't just have to be school related. So once you make a couple school focused goals, you can utilize the same system to make goals for other areas. Next, it's time to brainstorm. So write out a bunch of different goals that you might have. Don't worry about them being SMART yet. Just really get those ideas on paper so that you can get an idea of what your goals look like. The next step is going to be to review them and make them SMART. So how can you fit that SMART criteria? How do your goals fit together? And what can you change or edit about the different goals that you have so that you can make them something that can be more specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, or timely. Last but not least, review some of those goals to break them down. You can break goals down into smaller chunks or short-term goals so that you can really focus on one piece of the puzzle at a time. And of course, don't forget to share your goals with someone in your life. This is another form of accountability that is super important, and knowing that you have a support system here at LaSalle, whether it's folks from the Center for Academic Achievement, whether it's peers in your courses, or if it's family or friend, you can absolutely share these goals with other folks so that they know that you're really planning on reaching hard, running toward that finish line, and making it toward that light at the end of the tunnel. So pause this presentation now. Take some time to write out some goals, try making them SMART, break them down, and see where you end up. I'm going to encourage you to pause this presentation, set a timer for 15 minutes or so, and take some time to write out some goals for the upcoming semester. And then when you come back, we'll move forward. Okay, you're back? Okay, awesome. So we took some time to write out some goals. I hope that this was helpful in giving you a little bit of an example of how you can take goals and brainstorming ideas and turn them into SMART goals. All right, folks, that's all for today. I know that this workshop was pretty quick, but I hope that you learned a lot about how to make some goals for the upcoming semester that are SMART, specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and timely. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today, and don't forget that in January we're going to be meeting up as a group to review the goals that you've set for yourself for the upcoming semester, for your time here at LaSalle, and any of those long-term goals that you might have for yourself, whether they're related to career, life. So I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you guys then. We'll have links in the description of this video so that you can register for that live workshop with me, where we're going to be reviewing those goals together before the semester gets started. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I thank you so much for spending time with me today, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.